Everybody, with everything that's been going on over the last 24 hours here. We're waiting to go live over here. Let's see if YouTube's gonna pick it up in a second, but a lot of interesting things are gonna start happening here too. So especially with this little pullback that we're seeing in the market, we're gonna have a lot of really fun setups coming in. You do have to be a little careful with them, like we were talking about in the private stream with the group this morning. But team, good morning, everybody. Hopefully everybody is having a good day. Market's pulling back a little bit here. Nothing too crazy. I mean, you're still not down below yesterday's low, so really nothing to be worried about. I think at this point, we know the deal with what's going to happen next over the next month with these new trade talks and trade developments. This is what we've been talking about in the YouTube videos as being what the market is going to look towards next, as kind of giving it the sign of where it wants to trade in the short term here. Now, what I think a lot of people are going to do is they're looking at this market here and this really, quite honestly, minuscule pullback that we have seen and are saying, oh, this is the result of these new tariffs. Well, we know what happens next with these tariffs here, and the market was already so extended and it needed a little bit of room to breathe and pull back a little bit. So if you're seeing a lot of headlines and a lot of this fear over these new tariff rates, I'd really just kind of cast those to the side because, again, you're seeing today Japan is coming out and they're going to continue their talks with the U.S. We're going to see that continue over the next couple of weeks here too. And if we do see any of these deals announced, the market usually views that as a positive development. So what I'm really seeing out of here in the market is really just a normal, healthy technical pullback after we got really extended. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of day again. Say good morning to somebody in the live chat. If you guys would like to say good morning to me, would love to receive some good mornings over here. If you guys are new to the group, new to the stream, new to the channel, let me know. I'd love to welcome you guys in here. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, make sure that there's a mat for you guys that held it. There you go. Oh, there's another big winner, ladies and gentlemen, for the group. Yeah, so that level from, I believe it was right here. Jackie, I know Jackie's in that one. Congratulations. That was a really good one from last week. But yeah, make sure you guys are hitting that like button on the way in. We have a 100 like goal on the stream. Let's see if we can hit it today. Costs you nothing to do it. Helps me out a whole lot, spreading these streams out to as many people who actually want to learn. But let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, you guys aren't slacking today. Here we go. David, Eddie, Michael, Kimberly, 101, Dr. Bob, Kim, Ro. Good morning, team. So, everybody, you guys that have been around the channel for long enough, we are now up in really, I think it's less than a year. It's right around a year right now. 3x on our Sofi investment. So shout out to those of you guys that have been around this channel, that have been in the group, that have been paying attention to things over the last year here. I mean, that's 3x on an investment in a year. That's pretty ridiculous there. What I will say too is we were talking about this with Palantir yesterday. In order to for me to flip kind of short-term bullish on this one, those of you guys that were paying attention to the YouTube video, you need to see a break of this 10 exponential moving average, then come down and use this area as support, which is exactly what we're seeing today. So that's a good sign for Palantir moving forward. When it comes to Tesla definitely not out of the woods yet here. You are trying to reclaim that 200 EMA here. We'll see what happens with it. We talked a lot about Tesla yesterday. William Blair, analyst, downgraded Tesla stock from outperform to market perform, citing the removal of the EV tax credit and fuel economy penalty changes as challenges to profitability. HIMS, let's see how this one is looking today. Yeah, what did we talk about yesterday on HIMS, guys? What did we talk about? That candle yesterday could be the sign of a short-term bottom. And seeing this one get back above that daily 10 exponential moving average, starting to consolidate there, looking good. That one could easily be in for some short-term moves to the upside if this market starts to rally back up, which it is starting to over here. So we'll see what we get today. Really not a whole lot going on. I mean, I tried IBM here. That one didn't really end up playing out. Tiny paper cut on that one, but like I talk about with you guys all the time on these streams here as it relates to the trades that we're taking in the group, I'm perfectly fine in most market environments just continuously taking trades just because the losses on any of them are going to be so small, 10, 15, 20% on them, because you guys have seen all of the just crazy winners out there, 100%, 500%, 1,500%. So those are the trades that we're looking for, and every single one that I outlined for everybody has the ability to do that. Which always gives us confidence when we're taking these trades. So we'll see if this market pulling up here like this. I mean, what, did we just get some news? Yep, hold on. Iran's foreign minister in FT op-ed. Iran remains interested in diplomacy, but we have a good reason to have doubts about further dialogue. Fair enough, I guess. Fair enough. Novo's moving. Yeah, hold on, let's see. Yeah, all right, that's a very, very, very good sign on Novo here. They did have some positive news this morning. Let me just try to see if I can scroll back and find it for you guys that are in this one. New product dose submitted to European Medicines Agency for approval with 1 in 3 trial participants achieving 25% or more weight loss. Very good. Very good sign there. Very similar to what we're talking about with Palantir and HIMS. We want to see this one break back above the 10 exponential moving average, start to use that as an area of support, and then maybe get some movement back to the upside here. But we are still very, very, very green on this position here. But let's see, ladies and gentlemen. Keep smacking that like button on the way in. It's good to see all you guys. I like doing these streams with everybody. As always, you guys have any questions about what's going on with the market, investing in general, any individual tickers that you want me to take a look at, just let me know. That's what I'm here for. Oh, and again, make sure for those of you guys that want to hop into the group with us and take advantage of just, I'm going to be raising prices soon because it's just ridiculous what we do in there. But 50% off your first month with code July. The link is pinned to the top of the live chat. I'll throw it in right now. But yeah, you guys that are interested in coming and nailing all these crazy trades that you guys see all the time here, make sure you guys take advantage of that. There's a lot to take advantage of in the market. You don't want to miss out. SoFi still looks great today, even though it's kind of backing off that 21 area. That's epic. We're at 20 on SoFi. When was the last time we were at 20? Above 20? 2021? That's epic. I mean, I like buying stocks at 655, and then they go to above 20. That's always good. So, market's pushing up here a little bit. The Google calls. Catching a heater. We talked about this yesterday. Google is not one that I am interested in right now, and you really should not be in that trade. Even now, when I was looking at this one, if you hold the 10 exponential moving average today, I'm still interested in this setup. But as of right now, Google is a no-go on either side for me. So you really shouldn't be in that trade. I just it is what it is. It's just like I think you're doing the kind of like typical retail trader stuff. It's like that's not what you want to do, you know? So market's moving a little bit here. We still have some interesting ones that we could take advantage of. I mean, where is Microsoft? How's that looking here? That still looks really good. What else? I want to go through some of the other things on the... Actually, we're not going to go through the rest of the group's watch list here. Save that for later. I can't tell you what to do catching a heater. It's just like... It's like asking me like... I'm trying to think of a good analogy for this. It's like I can't think of one, but it's like you're asking me what I would do in a situation that I would never be in. You know? It's like I just wouldn't be doing that anyway. And it's like if I was in a position like that, I wouldn't be in it. Like it's just like it doesn't fit any of the criteria that I would ever use to get into a short-term trade. You know? It's like Micron. Let's actually take a look at this one. I mean, solid chart. Not necessarily a setup, but a solid chart. Novo's looking good here. There we go. Let's see if we can get that close above the 10. I mean, you do have some interesting levels here that I would like to close above, like this 70.42. Well, we'll see. We'll see. How's the market look here? You're ramping to the upside there. This is those of you guys, this is exactly what we want to see out of the market. Just flatlining, not doing anything. Like, this is going to set ourselves up for some epic trades, especially as we're getting into earnings season, guys. I can't even begin to describe to you the amount of fun that we're about to have. Like, you guys thought the last 2 months were fun in the group? Oh, no. Earnings season is when it gets real fun. Especially if it's a good earnings season and you see things follow through, which you might in this one, which is everything. Like, you could see these big gaps into the highs, and then they just go. I mean, we have the alert set up. If they hit, we'll be ready to go. If I want to take anything else today, which I'm still kind of fine with. Like, I just, like, this market's just not doing a whole lot. Like, you look at this on the daily, you've got a tiny little pullback here after it just face ripped to the upside, which was obviously fun for us. But I like AVGO here. That's one that I'm hunting. Tesla on a run? I just don't like... Ooh, there it goes. I mean, you might get a little trade setup here on Tesla, but there's so much noise in here, I'm probably going to be leaving this one alone for a few months. We had, what, 3 setups on Tesla in like the last 2 months here? 2 winners, 1 loser. It's like, all right, there's not much else that we really need to be looking at on this one. Just from a trade perspective. From an investing perspective, I still don't like it. It's just not one that I'm going to be a part of. What else is there? Where's HIM? We did talk about HIMs. I want to see where this one is. Yeah. Like we talked about yesterday with that daily candle that was forming on the stream, that's definitely one that you could see bottoming short term. Flipping back up, consolidating above the 10. And we actually, all you less trades, more profits people, we actually might get a little setup there. Uber looking like a good setup? No. Nope. Uber was one that was my favorite one going into this week. The break level for this one was 94.44. Remember, catching here, I feel like this is the best way to explain what I do for people. It's I find stocks that are about to explode before they do, not after they explode, you know? That's why we're able to have so much success all the time. But this one at market open yesterday ripped too fast. It's like I'm not going to be doing anything a minute into market open, so that one I left alone. But you're not seeing a whole lot of follow through across the board anywhere. But yeah, I mean, I'd like to see this. I'd actually like to see the market pull back to prior all-time highs and then move from there. It's a pretty deep drop. I mean, what is that, like 1%? 2%? Yeah, 1.8. But no, Uber's not looking like a good setup right now. Microsoft I like a lot. Novo's looking good. There we go. Get some action there, guys. Yeah, is there anything else coming through the news feed? I don't think so. No, it's just Iran. Come on. Yeah, no. I don't see anything. Ooh, oh, we got to do an update on the dollar. Yeah, we were talking about this a lot yesterday and in the videos. This is important. Affirm bleeding. Yeah, well, it got within 30 cents of that first area there. And then on the private stream this morning, as it started to fade, I was like, yeah, guys, you probably just want to take that one. You probably just want to take that one off. Take the gains. Take the gains and run. But the dollar right here looks very interesting. So remember what we've been talking about with the flow of money globally. I was saying on these days here, you could be looking at a bottom in the dollar, especially with markets getting to the highs as everybody starts to realize that they were incorrect about the market. You're now seeing some more strength in the dollar here. So again, you do kind of got to get through this upper 97 area on Dixie. But if you can, I would actually view that as a relatively bullish sign for the market because it's showing that new capital is coming back into U.S. markets. You're going to see a lot of people talk about the dollar and say that a move up in the dollar could be bearish, but just think about what the context is actually showing you. Like, what is this move down in the dollar? Well, it's capital flying away from the U.S. in Q1 and Q2. So if capital is coming back to the U.S., why would they do that? Like, why would they then go from foreign countries like the euro, the yen, and all of those to then convert it into U.S. currency? You think they're just going to sit there in it? Well, some people might, but they're going to want to invest that money to get some sort of rate of return, you know? Because if the dollar is going to continue strengthening, and then you're also going to see, let's say, equities move up, you're getting almost like a double increase because dollar strength and then also equity increase versus your domestic currency. So you haven't seen that money necessarily come back fully into markets yet, but that's an interesting development that everybody should be paying attention to. Novo, hello. There we go. Where's my baby today? We got a nice little price target increase on it. Oh, AMD, there we go. Where's Facebook? See, this actually looks interesting. I'm going to throw a little placeholder here, but this actually looks pretty fun. GEV. I would not go anywhere near this one here. That's almost, I mean, you're almost, what is this? You're seeing some topping signals here. I wouldn't be going anywhere near this one. I feel like people forget sometimes. It's like you can just be cash, you know? It's like if there's not like a clear long or short setup, it's like just cash. It's really extended. This is not one that I would really go near. You don't have a great setup. It's okay. It's just It's just I see nothing there. Is basically what it is. It's like there's nothing really for nothing for anybody to do on that one. You know. I want Novo to go back to 100. That would be nice. I'd like that. Sofi leaking. Uh-oh. This one's still... I mean, at this point, it could be done. You're going into earnings. Like, you don't want... Like, guys, you don't want Sofi at, like, 25 going into earnings. I'll tell you that right now. That's not where you want it. You want it at like 18, 19, because like if it's sitting at 25 on earnings and they don't absolutely like have the best earnings of their life, it's going down hard. Like, and that fire that gets added to it in those situations are not good. You don't want to be that extended. You're about to join Catching a Heater. We'd love to have you, man. I mean, you go through those education, the course curriculum videos. You hang out on the private streams, you keep asking questions, and you see the setups over and over. I mean, the most common feedback that I get from the group is, like, especially with new people, is like, oh my God, I didn't realize it was this simple. It's like, yeah, I know. I don't know why more people don't do this. Like, it's once you see it, you can't unsee it. I'm not really looking to enter meta. I need to see a lot more out of it. Microsoft is probably my favorite one. If you break 572, I'd be interested. AVGo's another one that I like here. It's just not doing it yet. What's that one? 277.75? Those two I like. But yeah, guys, keep smacking that like button on the way in. You guys are crushing it today. Welcome back, everybody. Remember, I do these streams every day for you guys at 10:30 a.m. On Fridays, we're live earlier at 9:15. This is public live day. Can I cover run? Yeah. If you hold on top of this 200 here and consolidate, you could be in for some fun, but this thing looks like a wild child. So it's a semi. I mean, if you see semis just in general start catching a bid again, this one could go, and it could be a fun one, but it would probably be a shares trade. You know? Like, this one needs to hold here, or else you're going to see... Like, these gaps freak me out. I don't know what they're doing here, but, like, that's a red flag to me. Yeah, Ryan, those SoFi leaps must be ripping. Yeah, that weekly breakout that I gave you guys in the YouTube videos just really printed. Like, we can just throw this on the weekly chart. For those of you guys that were paying attention to the YouTube videos, like, it was really in here that we were talking about this one, right around 13, with, like, a true break at, like, 1477. But, like, once we were in here at the middle to the second half of June, I was like, guys... It looks really good. That's why I tweeted. I was like, if only somebody talked about this in every single YouTube video for like the last month. Yeah, market back to flat. I don't think there's going to be much action for us today. I think it's really going to be, like, my main focus soon is going to shift to post earnings. Because it's going to be very difficult to like I like getting more time on things, and like with a market where it is, it's like I'm gonna have to trade short time to expiration and just like size them down and catch the bursts and then be done. Which is like I'd almost rather just focus on post earnings, because the risk to reward on those is just like, it's possible that we go on another streak. Like the last 3 post earnings moves, guys, were 700% on DGs, 800% on Zscaler, and 1500%. All right, well, I sold at 1200% on the way down on Oracle. I might just hunt those, you know? Classic City, I mean, things evolve, man. I mean, I would say swing trading is what everybody should be focusing in on first. You don't like think about just from like what it's easier for people to do. Like what I do in the market doesn't take me. It maybe takes me 15 minutes a day if I wasn't just like sitting here with you guys doing this. It does not take me any time. 250% on the leaps, there you go. And Classic City, like the risk to reward with the swings is always going to be better too. There's a way larger margin for error too that comes with a larger risk to reward. Like, you're not going to get consistent like 500 to 1,000% trades, day trade. You just won't. The edge is better in swing trading because you can use market context. Like, it's just easier for everybody. And I would say in most cases more effective for more people. But yeah, this is LTMP is different. I haven't been over there in like 2 years, almost 2 years now. But yeah, it's only $1 a day to join with code July. I mean, you guys should all be taking advantage of that. It's not going to be that price forever. Oh, Novo's moving there. There we go. Novo looking for new highs. I like it. Whoa! Amazon Prime Day spending down 14% in early hours from 2024. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Amazon, bye-bye. Uh-oh. Rate cuts. Yeah, Amazon's moving big off that. Am I out of IBM? I'm out of IBM when I said it to you guys in the chat. 1021 is when I cut it. 1020, something like that, yeah. Pins? Is Pins moving? Yeah, I still like this. Where's Wally on that? Did Wally get killed? Yeah. Yeah, I cut that at open too. It was just a few paper cuts so far. It's just like, whatever. I'll try things, but if they're not going to go my way and the market looks weird, I'm going to cut them very quickly. Yeah, Pin still looks good. Definitely, I seem to do better on swings. Yeah, everybody does. Like, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people come into the group and they just, like, they take the time. Like, you got to start slow because I know it's fun seeing us just, like, really nail a lot of these crazy trades. But, like, you got to take it a little slow. Like, you don't just come in and be, like, full port stuff. Like, there's a method to the madness here. With 10 days left, you have an open... how much am I losing? Whatever your theta is what... But it's not exact. So, like, if your theta is 0.3, you're going to lose 30 cents a contract per day if it doesn't move. But also, like, guys, you gotta really... I don't look at the Greeks ever. Like, ever. The only time that I would look at the Greeks is I was doing something that, like, involved, like arbitrage or, like, gamma expo, things like that. But, like, it's not worth me going through those types of strategies because, like, it's way too involved for everybody. I can't even tell you the last time I looked at the Greeks. It's just not relevant, you know, because like where I teach to like expirations and strikes, you really don't need to be looking. So market's selling on that Amazon stuff. Is Amazon really getting railed here? I think it is. It's down at the 10. Yeah, that's not great on Amazon there. Yeah, out of it, firm for a slight profit. Yeah, that's what we were talking about on the stream. It was like it got so close to that first TP area. If it's gonna sell off, yeah, there it goes back down off of the Amazon stuff. That's why I was saying on the stream, I was like, that daily candle, the way that it was forming, did not look good. I was like, you probably just want to take that money and run. So now I don't feel bad about cutting my affirms early yesterday. But also, so you guys will see in the core. So like if you're sizing for 0, just leave them. But like I don't. So a lot of the time. But I also have been doing this for long enough to like have a good understanding of like, all right, this isn't going to play out. I'd rather not just sit in it. Like IBM. I don't even know where it is now, but it's probably way lower. Like I'm not going to wait for that to hit day low if I don't need to. But like yesterday on a firm was weird because like it ran up and then came back down lower than where I entered it and the options were still green. And I was like, that's technically free money out of the market that I should not have. So I took it. I was like, no, give it to me. Thanks. But yeah, market's selling on that Amazon stuff. All the retailers probably are. I mean, is there anything else coming through here? Let's see. Trump, there's been no change to this date, and there will be no change. Tariffs will start being paid on August 1st, 2025. So that's coming out here too. On August, no extensions will be granted. Guys, this is just like, I think a lot of people now are really going to start feeding into this and being like, oh no, we're going to get crazy high levels of tariffs. And like, I could almost say for a fact now we're not. Like, because, and this is what I told everybody on the private stream, was if Trump really wanted to charge these companies, or the Trump administration really wanted to charge these countries these new tariff rates, they would have just set the tariff rates and not extended the deadline. Plus, you also have to think about Japan. Japan's the big one this month because Japan has a big bargaining chip here because they are the largest holder of U.S. debt. A lot of people think it's still China. It hasn't been China for many years. And the risk here is that Japan just goes, all right, we're just going to start selling bonds, and our interest rates just go through the roof. So then you're going to have Trump come out. Like, if that scenario were to play out, then you'd have Trump come out yelling at Powell, even though if Powell were to cut rates in that scenario, rates would continue moving higher. When you cut the federal funds rate, it doesn't actually just move Treasury yields. Think about it. Like, we cut rates down here. Why was I on the opposite side of that trade saying, no, rates are going to go back to the upside there? Well, because it has to do with what the market's pricing in moving forward. Like, this is just the capital markets, or just markets in general, just like telling you where they think things are going to go in the future. So what they actually should focus on is saying, oh, inflation is going to move so low, we are going to see growth potentially slow down, and then unemployment go up. That's what would get people to buy bonds, because they're going to be like, oh my God, rates are going to be way lower in the future than they are now. It's not like tricking the market. It's just like, it's the guidance and the overall where they lean that's important. Crypto miners, Merit or Riot? I can take a look. Riot could be setting up here, but nothing crazy on that. Mara, it looks pretty good. It's just very wonky. The problem that I have now with the miners is that, like, what, 2 years ago? What was this? 2023 and 2 times in 2023, we had some of the best trades of all time on these miners. The problem now is that they kind of disjointed from Bitcoin. And the premiums on them, on the options, just aren't as good anymore. So I've, like, stayed away from them really, like, for the last year and a half. I'm not really interested in trading them anymore. Like, if I'm going to trade something, it'll probably just be Bitcoin, you know? Yeah, on a Bitcoin move. I think the Bitcoin chart still looks great, though, on the weekly. Yeah, dude. I mean, oh man, this looks great. You now have a daily setup within a weekly setup. Oh my God. Yeah, this looks great. Again, that same level, I should probably mark this actually. It's like 110,650 on Bitcoin. You break that, you're probably getting a straight shot to 115, 120. Nvidia can set up? Yes, it can. Yes, it definitely can. Market back in the red here. You getting yanked a little. Again, you're just going to see a lot of chop this week, I think. IBIT, yeah. The levered ones are weird. Do you guys remember the levered one? Where, like, I had to get out of it because of the way that they get the leverage on Bitcoin. It's because of the dividend. The way that the... let's see. So this was a weird day where it was like the trade still probably would have worked, but I was like, oh no, yeah, Beto. So like Beto had an interesting dividend yield on it. So this is an interesting lesson for everybody. So the way that these levered ETFs gain their leverage is different depending on like how if they're like what they're using to get leverage. So for Beto, they were using Bitcoin futures. Now, the problem with that is that it creates a situation where there's going to be an immense amount of decay on equity. So if you're trading options on it, that's a big problem. Because if you're holding it for any significant period of time, you're not going to get the benefits of the dividend. The reason why they had to pay out such a big dividend is because Bitcoin futures contracts expire monthly, not quarterly, like ES, like for the S&P. So if there's a gain on those futures contracts, like let's say Bitcoin goes from like 100,000 to 120, You would have a gain on that futures contract when you sell it and then roll. But there's a capital gain there that needs to get paid out as a dividend, and if it doesn't, it gets taxed like crazy for the company running the ETF. So they pay it out as a dividend. So that was a problem. Yeah, IBIT is Bitcoin. That's fine. That's the BlackRock one, right? That's an interesting one too. I mean, we could do the I think people actually, just speaking of BlackRock, I think people have like a very like misinformed view of what they do. There is one thing that BlackRock has the ability to do, which isn't good, but nobody talks about it. They're just like, oh, BlackRock owns everything. It's like, well, nah, they're the custodian for everything. But the important thing about BlackRock is that they have the voting rights for the shares that they're holding in the ETFs. So if you own like a BlackRock S&P ETF, you don't have the voting right. They own the individual companies. They're the custodian of that, creating the ETF. They have the voting rights, not you. That's the problem with it. It's not like they own everything. You technically do, but or the people who buy the ETF technically do. Huma, let's see. Is this Humana? Humasite? All right. This is a silly biotech. No, I don't want this. No. No biotechs. Stay away. But yeah, you guys are crushing the like button today. Thank you guys. Keep smacking that on the way in. Hopefully you guys enjoy these streams. Make sure you guys have notifications turned on for the channel so you don't miss these. We're live every day at 10:30. Yeah, make sure you guys are hopping into the group too. It's $1 a day, man. It's cheap, like that's why the group is so great. It's like it's cheap. You come in, you learn the skills that nobody can take away from you. You can leave whenever you want. No upselling nonsense. Let's see. Yeah, market's pulling back up. You're just chopping around today. I think this is going to be a week of chop. What else? We do have a lot. If you see this continue, though, we're going to have a lot of really fun setups. Like, where's AV go right now? Is this thing hanging on? Yep. Microsoft. Yep. Google. I don't think so. Yeah, no. Google's kind of clapped there. What else? Where did IBM end up going? I would assume lower. Yeah, no. Was not gonna. As soon as that one was showing signs that it wasn't gonna hold like 294, I was like, no, thank you. Still a good setup, but like on a failure like that, I mean, you probably just want to wait for this. 296.24, or what's the high? 296.60. Close enough. Close enough. Yeah, is there anything else coming through the feed now? We got something from Nikki Leaks. Year ahead inflation expectations tick down in the New York Fed survey for June. That's good. Shorter and longer term inflation expectations in this survey are back to where they were before the tariff bump in the spring. That is positive. Yeah, UMISH is all over the place, but like New York Fed is getting back lower. That's good. So remember, the Fed is looking at those surveys and putting a lot more weight on them than they typically have in the past. They're like survey data dependent, not actually data dependent. So that's interesting. And I would say positive, which, are we seeing rate expectations move on that? Where? Hold on. For the end of the year, let's see, are they up? Slightly. Nothing significant, though. Nothing significant. Yeah, I don't like what yields are doing. I think part of this is the new tax plan, but the other part of it is people trying to front run Japan. You know? Because they do have that big bargaining chip that could easily be played in the negotiations. else we got? Yeah, I don't... Ooh, here we go. Large speculators and hedge funds keep pressing their bearish bets. Net positioning for S&P 500 futures most negative since March 2024. Guys, we are legitimately... What? 1% off the highs, and they are still shorting this thing? Really? Really, dude? That's what we're doing? We're just gonna short it? Why? You just got the run it hot. U.S. Treasury says to increase T-bill issuance, specifically initial... Oh, Jesus. Oh, they're stacking it on the short end of the yield curve. QE, not QE. There you go. That's bullish, guys. They're stacking it. That's like really short. What do they say? 4 week, 6 week, and 8 week bills. Jesus. Yields are down a little there. All right. It's not what you want to see, but they're trying to keep the long end under control. You can't add too much supply to it. They'll just keep stacking it in the short end. It's not good. It's not bad. Where's Sofi now? How are we looking on that? Still above 20? It's come back down. That's fine. That's fine. Where's my baby? AMD? Oh, I actually like that. That's interesting. What else we got here? I think I'm finally not sick anymore. I mean, I kind of am, but like not really. This weekend definitely didn't help. It wasn't helpful. Let's see here though. Yeah, less trades, more profits, guys. Just keep waiting for those good setups. They're gonna form. There's a lot of them forming right now. Like Nvidia, we could get one on. Microsoft still looks good. This does look really nasty here. If you get a nice push here, which could happen with like, oh, new AI news, and it just goes, boom, rips to the highs. When's earnings? 29th. Guys, I'm so excited for earnings season. End phase, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's kind of wonky now. It tried twice or once to break out there, and it just failed. So I'd probably leave that one alone. LTMP. Yeah. Simple, guys. Keep it simple. And AMD looks good. How many shares on that time? Oh, I'm up nicely on that time. Same thing on Sofi. I think Meta looks good too. Yeah, I'd be careful with that. Reminds me of kind of what we were seeing in here before the break, or this one. Ooh, hold on. U.S. Treasury says it increased cash balance with debt ceiling increase to reach $500 billion by end of July. Run it hot. That's what they're doing. If you think about, guys, where things are headed right now versus where people thought they were headed coming into this year it's a very interesting switch. They're going to do the exact same thing as every other administration did. They're running it hot. They're going to try and outgrow all of the debt increase and inflationary pressures that they're going to add into the market. Asset holders are going to win. Obviously, you're going to see blips along the way, but they're looking like they want to run it hot. Now, obviously, there's going to be some other bills and resolutions that end up coming through to see if they can increase some, I think it's discretionary spending is what they're going to focus on next, because that's the big one that they have to reel in. Like the mandatory spending, it's like you can't really do much, but the discretionary stuff they can try and get some things done on, but we'll see. Cross that bridge when we get there. Yeah, very, very, very slow market here. Like, imagine trying to day trade this crap. No. I think especially for those of you guys that are like hanging around on social media, you're going to see all these people that are just like, oh, day trade. No, stop. Don't do that. Focus on swing trading first. You want to day trade after, by all means, but you need to have that foundation and ability to generate money out of the market that swing trading will give you. The path to actually making money in the market is so much shorter with swing trading than it is day trading. People be like, oh, overnight risk. It's like, all right, yeah, but also, like, if you think about it in general too, if you've read any study, it's like, well, the vast majority of the gains out of the market actually come overnight. That's why the overnight strategy works so well for you guys. That one, you just turn your brain off and do nothing. It's like, well, so if you know what you're doing and you know how to keep your risk in check, which is not that hard to do, that's how you end up with those very, very big trades that you guys see out of us all the time. I'd like to be able to do another crazy one this week, but I think a lot of them are going to, like, right now, I mean, it's Tuesday. We still could end up seeing some really good setups form. But really what we're going to start looking towards is earnings season. That's when things can get incredibly fun. Which, it'll be interesting because, like, that Amazon data is not great for the consumer. Which also, like, now you are kind of starting to see, like, that initial Amazon headline that came out is showing that some of these inflation expectations are weighing on consumers' purchasing behaviors. Nothing crazy. Yeah, well, when you have the market at the highs like this, it's tough. And like coming off of like what we've seen recently, like you typically don't want to be using your discretion to do it because like the strategy is built to just like cruise over time. I wonder though, because a lot of the gains from that one do come on news days, like big news days. Like if you were to just do CPI, PPI, PCE, NFP, I wonder what that would do. You'd have to worry about slippage because slippage would be a problem. But I think the gains on it would be way more with any one of them that would have some slippage. You know, it's getting hot in here, man. I'm going to turn the AC down a little. Let's see. Ooh, we are 11 likes away from 50. We are almost halfway to that 100 like goal team. We're going to hit it one of these days on one of these morning streams, guys. We're going to hit it one of these days. Where's Sofi? Is that still holding? Nah, back down below 20. Where's Palantir? Is Palantir still holding up at that 10 EMA? Yeah. That actually looks interesting. The overnight strategy on those days? Yeah. Like if you just did it on news days. Because that's where most of the gains, I think, come from on it. Which makes sense, like, because that's when you see the big moves. I wonder what that would do. I don't know. I haven't looked at the data on that thing in forever, but I know it prints. It's worked forever. Like, it's worked for 40 years. Like, that's a nasty one to have. Buy at 6, sell at 9:30, 9-point stop. Boom, done. There's a strategy for you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, I don't really like end phase here. What about like, are we going to see the scams start pumping? Shit. Guys, the scams are pumping. Those news events are not always in the same direction. Yeah, I know. That's the point of it. That's why you'd have to know what the data is. Starbucks. Yeah, that looks good. I have an alert on it. It looks decent. I actually do like that. I'd actually be interested in some Starbies. When's earnings? See, I want to be able to get August, but they're freaking covering earnings, which could be fun. Oh, this is Brian Nickel now, right? Just don't buy a big gap up. No, you can. Brian Nickel's the CEO of Starbucks, right? No? Yeah. I don't know, man. It's a good jockey. I'd actually would be interested in this. Yeah, 95.89. All right. We caught something crazy on Starbucks recently, didn't we? I think you guys played it out of here. It was something like that. Or it was something going on here on Starbucks. But I like where it is now, consolidating on the 200, potential upside to 100 there. You could get something where like you can make it free for earnings and then you just let Brian Nickel act like Santa Claus. Besant will skip the upcoming G20 finance meeting in South Africa. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, I think you still could see a little bit more posturing from the Trump administration over the next day or two, but in the back channeling, I mean, they're going to be negotiating. Japan already is. Yeah, I like that Starbucks move, that setup though on Starbucks. Keep an eye on that one. That would be one that it like. See, these are the ones that I like the most. It's like midway through the move. My favorite, well, my actual favorite is like, I think Nike did it. This is probably a good example. Nah, I mean, it's okay, but I'm trying to think of a good one where like you see these big sell-offs. They should actually. Where's Lulu today? All right, that's interesting. Don't buy gap ups or SCB will yell at you and you will. But see, yep, I had to yell at you guys this morning. You guys keep doing it. Sometimes I say things to the group and it goes in one ear and out the other, and I'm like, makes me angry. It's like, don't buy gap ups, and then they're like, hey, I just bought this, and I'm like, why would you buy a gap up 1 minute into the market? I don't understand. Have you not been paying? Pay attention or pay a premium, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to find a good example of that, but I do like that Starbucks look. Like, that could be nasty. I mean, you technically had a good start to it right here at 94.89. But, like, this probably looks good on the weekly, too. Yeah, you got a good weekly setup within a daily setup here. I'm a big fan of Starbies. Big fan. I mean, I did give you guys a firm yesterday, too. That one was looking real hot this morning. Aneurysm intensifies. Yeah, guys, you guys make my brain explode sometimes. It hurts. Not usually, though. You guys are pretty good. You guys, even on these streams, are pretty good. The public streams are usually when things go left. Which, that's not true. You guys do sometimes ask me about, like, stocks that are up 100% in, like, a week. And you're like, should I buy it? And I'm like, I have a really good analogy for this. And I don't know if I'm going to use it. My wife heard you and said he's really a teacher. I like that he cares about your results. Yeah, I do. I'll scream at you if you start doing stupid shit, too, because I care about your results. I have, like, a perfect analogy for you guys chasing stocks up 100%. It's just very vulgar, and I don't know if I want to use it. But if it, like, makes you think more next time, then I don't know. Maybe I should use it. Like, do you really want to buy Hims at I have a perfect one for it. And I'll probably unleash it the next time we see everybody asking about a stock that's up so much. But not now. Because it's not relevant now. It'll go in one ear and out the other. But if you guys bring one up, I'll do it. Starbucks looks like it wants it here, man. Starbucks is looking good. What's the chain look like for the August? I just want to take a look. Yeah, what is that? 103. Ooh. Oof. It's not. I don't really like that. I just, again, the premium, it's just not worth it on some of them. Those are fine. Yeah, those are good. The July 25ths are good. And that's enough time, too. So we can still use those weekly expirations. That's fine. On something like Starbucks, you'll still have enough volume on it. But... Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. We're selling off again. It's getting close to 3. Oh, I don't know, man. Oh, you know what? Okay, I saw this the other day, and I was like, there's no way that this is real. I'm going to check this right now to see if this is real. Yup, it is. Dude, this is probably the worst stock of all time. Mullen. Do you guys remember when everybody used to talk about Mullen? Dude, this thing literally is at, like, split adjusted back in 2024, $4 million a share. Basic EPS, negative 505 million. What? I saw somebody tweet this, and I was like, what? How is this stock allowed to trade at all? This is another one where I was just like, guys, this is garbage. What are we doing? And people are like, nah, dude, you don't understand. I'm like, okay. You're down 99.99999999999%. Like, oh, brother. That's just, you guys seeing this? I've never seen TradingView go this high. That's on something that's not Berkshire Hathaway. Like, how is this allowed to trade? Where's AMD? How's that doing? How's that even math? Offering stock splits. Imagine that, man. I hope everybody's keeping themselves safe. Don't buy things that are gonna go down that much. Let's see. Woo, 2 likes away from 50. We're on our way to that 100 like goal, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see. Yeah, Hims has got a hold here, but actually, where's my new baby? Novo, looking good. I like how Starbucks looks here, man. I really do. I just, like, I wouldn't, if I were to get this, I would have wanted to get it above yesterday's high, 90, whatever it was, 94.95. Now I'd kind of have to wait for the break of the double top. Infinite gains, infinite. No, the losses are still predefined. So yeah, if we get, like, tomorrow might be a good day on Starbucks. Unless somehow this market just turns it around here and starts going vertical, Starbucks would break, but that'll be a good one to watch out for the next couple of weeks, couple days. But again, like I've been telling you guys before, like, if you guys are going to hear me talk about setups and things, if you guys aren't in the group yet, do not touch them. You don't know what you're doing with them. Until you hop in and you go through the learning curriculum videos and you see exactly how to execute them, just watch. I know it's going to stink, being like, oh my God, he called out another multi-100 or 1,000%er, but the key is knowing how to repeat that over time. Not just, oh look, SCV handed out a 1,000% trade. Because if that's the case, you're just going to lose it. That's what the group is for. It's teaching you guys to be self-sufficient in the market. So, and it's only $1 a day with code July. Yeah, let's see. AMD looking good. Hims. I mean, is Palantir still holding up there? Yeah, Palantir actually is looking pretty good today. Looking pretty good. Like affirming getting out at 73. Right. Right. Well, I don't think I told you guys it's 73. I think it was 72 something. Might have been 73. I don't know. But it was close. There's always going to be another one. Yeah, there's always going to, especially with the way that this market is trading right now, guys. This is like setup forming central right now. Like the market just doing what it did yesterday and what it's doing today, just being down 0.5%, just chopping around. This is like, we couldn't ask for anything better for new setups in the next round of things coming in. I want yields to stop moving, you know? But yeah, I'll throw that link in here for you guys in the live chat, just so that you guys have it. It's pinned to the top too, but I feel like people for some reason struggle to find it. So there's the link. Use code July. That's what gives you the discount for your first month. Aspen. We used to talk about that one a little bit, but is it basing well? It's pretty good. Oh, all right. I'm keeping this one for the group. I just want to see where it is. Sorry, gatekeeping here. I just want to see where this one is. If this is actually still a valid setup. Maybe. Let me see what the daily looks like. Yep, it does. That's still valid. There is another base. That's actually a perfect example of like the ideal time that I like to trade. And it might take a week or two, but it's right there. So don't start guessing it either. Opening target? It's not target. It's not target. You guys know what it is. I posted it on Don't Say It Either. Because then people are going to buy it and they're going to lose their you-know-whats because they don't know what to do with it. Chopping the zone, 2 small short, same moves going on. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's just chopping. Doing nothing here. What else we got? I gotta tweet more. I didn't tweet at all yesterday. I was having fun with the tweets like, last week and the week before where people were getting angry at me. I should do that more. Rage bait? I should definitely do that. How much money do you need to start with? $0. You should be paper trading first. If you want to trade shares, $1,000. It's probably a good way to do it. Just to have some risk on the table. Alright, so here's the thing about paper trading. Paper trading to me is useless. Just for new people. The only reason why you would want to paper trade is that so that you can like understand how to execute on your broker. That's it. Then you want to actually have a little bit of risk on the table. Options. You could do it with $1,000 or $2,000. You're just gonna have to over risk. But I would start with shares. Like the risk to reward on the shares trades are a lot better most of the time than the options trades. Like I say to you guys too, it's like, yeah, like I understand it's, oh look, I want to hit a 500% options trade. It's like, well, it's technically the exact same thing if you were to trade shares and hit a 1 to 5 risk to reward. It's the same. Cyprian, there you go, man. Attaboy. You bought the dip again? I wouldn't have done that, but I think SoFi is going to be probably done now going into earnings. Let me see where it is, but that's going to be an interesting. We'll see where the volume ends up, but that could be an interesting topping candle. Get in SoFi now. It just bounced at key level. No, I got in SoFi at 655. That's where I like SoFi. Buying SoFi now at the high. All right, guys, here we go. You guys get the analogy, whatever it is now. Buying SoFi now, after I outlined it for you guys on the streams and the videos with the weekly break in the 13s, and now that's at 20, chasing it to the upside is literally like willingly being the last person in a Bonnie Blue event. That's what you're doing when you buy stocks up here. I did too. No, I know you did. This is now just going to be the example for buying SoFi at 20. On SoFi specifically, nice, man. But that's what it is. That's effectively what you're willingly going to do. Great analogy. Thanks. I told you guys it was a little vulgar, but hopefully it makes sense. It's like the same thing as hymns. You're the last one in. Okay, sorry. All right, we're not using this anymore. We're not. All right, we're done. We're done. Hold on. You're not wrong though. No, I know. Sorry. All right, guys. Let's reel it back in there. I'm trying to make a point so that you guys don't do that. No more. All right. This was my fear of saying that, because then I would say something else and then I'd be like, oh boy, here we go. Quarterly earnings, you see a pullback on SoFi? I mean, do you want me to guess? I can guess. I think if SoFi is trading at over 20, by the time you get to earnings, you do have some risk on the market continuously, just like not believing the user growth numbers. You know, you've got some risk. But, I mean, it's up so much. It's like this thing, I told you guys before, I was like, SoFi could still drop to like 13 and I would not care. I would buy more. All-time highs by year end? Aren't the all-time highs like 40 something? 28? Yeah, that'd be great. I'd love to see SoFi at 28. That'd be sweet. I'd love to see that. But no, it's like you're in a winner. It's like it can do, unless there's something bad that comes out on their earnings, then there's nothing to do. It can do whatever it wants on the earnings. You can drop 20%. I would not care. Like if you still show like really strong user growth, you continuously see, because the thing that a lot of people don't think about is they'll be like, oh, the chart. It's like, yeah, the chart's important, but really the chart is the most important for me when I'm getting into mid to long-term investments for the entry. That's what it's important for. Then it's all thesis driven. Is the thesis still valid or is it not? Now, sometimes the chart will reflect that, and if it lines up, that's kind of when I'll start taking profits and things. Or if it like runs so aggressively that I'm like, all right, this is getting to be a wildly overweight position for me. I need to take some capital out. But they'll freak out like too short term, you know? Yeah, no other alerts are firing off here. Where's AV go? It still looks good. I like that. On the shorts. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely shorted. Yeah, I know. Devin, I know Starbucks looks good. Is it breaking yet? Is it getting close? Yeah, it's close. Yeah, it's right there. I mean, it could be a really good one on Starbucks. That one I am interested in. So, hopefully tomorrow we'd see this. I'd like to get through another evening of headlines. And then it starts to come out like, all right, trade talk, positive trade development, things like that. Because they still kind of need to solidify their stance, even though like we all know what's about to happen. They're going to be like, all right, okay, so this is, if people are going to get worried, the reason why the market is not drilling is because if the Trump administration actually wanted to put these new tariffs on, they wouldn't have extended the trade deadline to August 1st when the tariffs take effect. So they want these deals to go through, or better deals to happen. So that's just what we're waiting for. So the reason why the market's pulling back here is just because it was so extended over the last 2 weeks of trading. That's it. It needed a little bit of a pullback there. You can't just send it vertical forever. I mean, it'd be nice, you know? That's just not how the market works. So, but what we're seeing yesterday and today are really, really, I love what we're seeing for new potential setups. You just got to give it a couple days. I do like this, though. I mean, if it hits today, I'd be fine with it. Like, if you break that double top today, I'd be all right with it. It would be up a lot, though. Long time no see. Caesar, didn't I see you this morning? Weren't you there this morning with us? What are we doing here at this time? Wait, Caesar, have you not been around? I do the 10:30 streams every day. This is why. This is a great example of why you guys need to have notifications turned on for the channel. I do these streams every day for you guys at 10:30. Nope. What? Where you been, dude? Yeah, after the private streams for the group, I come on here every day, 10:30. Yeah, make sure you guys have notifications turned on for the channel. Absent from the streams. Hopefully you've still been able to nail some of the crazy trades. It's been a fun 2 months, buddy. I'm so hungry. I was eating a lot last week and this weekend. I need to. Having a 1-year-old is consuming. Oh, congratulations, man. Well, congratulations a year ago. Missed Uber yesterday. We all missed Uber yesterday. Uber just ripped too quick out of the gate. Oh, ASON I would take a look at. How's that look? It's just curling. If you get the setup on this one, like if you flatline here, this would be one of my favorite setup. Like if you actually were to, I'll keep this on the radar, but like you need the setup. I mean, this would have been interesting here, but like I probably would have been a little bit worried about it, just like flashing down below the 10. If you consolidate from here, though, I would be very interested in that. Second kid coming in December. There you go, Caesar. Target. Yeah, Starbucks is moving here. I mean, I like it. What are the levels on this thing? 103. Yeah. What do the premiums look like? Ooh, what was that? Oh, no. Yeah, they're a little... I really don't hate that, actually. All right. I'm old, needed kids? Fair enough, dude. Fair enough. Yeah, I like this. I'm gonna keep watching this. This is probably now gonna be one of my new favorite setups. Market flat, Starbucks up 2%. Leader, I like that. I like that a lot. Amazon looks really tasty. Look now. Not a fan of that one after the Prime Day news coming out. Yeah, not a big fan of that now. Ooh, was that the news I just read? Treasury boosts sizes of 4 and 8 week bill options by 25 billion each. To auction 80 billion in 4 week bills, 70 billion in 8 week bills. All right. Run it out. Yeah, ASON could get a really nice setup in here. There's Microsoft. Is that still... Oh, HIMS is starting to move a little. Yeah, Microsoft still looks good. I like how that looks. That would be one that like I would consider front running, but I probably wouldn't. Like if you just started like just chopping at this 10, you might be able to catch a nice, interesting burst, but I probably wouldn't do that. There's also, guys, there's really no economic data coming out this week either. Like you have the FOMC minutes on Wednesday, which like to me are useless. But that's really it. Jobs report. You got a couple of Fed speakers. Next week's big. Next week we have CPI, PPI. What else? Import price index, manufacturing surveys, home builder confidence, consumer sentiment on Friday. Yeah, next week gets big. Starbies. It's getting there. David, you too, buddy. I really like how that looks, man. I really do. I just don't like, you're kind of in between, you know? I want to see that break. But if you do, it's going to be up a lot. I mean, you got volume coming down. Everything looks good here. Everything's starting to look good on that one. Ooh, you guys are crushing the like button today. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. We haven't hit the 100 like goal on one of these morning streams yet, but we're going to get there soon. I have confidence in you guys. We definitely can do it. I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. What's the level? 89? All right. I don't really have that much faith in the broad market this week, you know? Kava cross? Kava wasn't a setup yet. There was no level for Kava. I want a couple more days out of this. Like flatline a little bit more, like roll in. Like this is kind of just like grinding here. You know? It's not there quite yet. It's close. Like, is this just like super low volume too? Yeah, yes. What the hell is that? Oh, that's new. I don't really like that because it says it. Oh, I can see it on this though, but I can also see it on this chart. Open, high, low, close. Yeah, I want like a day or two more on Kava. I like it though a lot. That one could be another fun one. I mean, I like this. Oops. It just has that look. The market is not giving me a whole lot of faith in doing stuff, you know? We'll see, though. We'll see. A lot of really interesting setups forming. Sofi's holding 20. Yeah, there's not a whole lot going on today, guys. Very slow. On the chart, on the news feed, everything. I'm not trading MicroStrategy. It's too wonky. It's too wonky of a setup. And it's just like, yeah, you know. I'd rather just trade like Bitcoin or something else, you know. Yeah, market looks interesting here. You get a little action. But all right, guys, it is 11:45. We are going to be wrapping it up here for today. Again, for those of you guys that still need to hop into the group, take advantage of the 50% off your first month sale. Here is the link right there. Use code July. You guys are going to be able to hop in there with us. But guys, again, there is going to be a lot of very, very fun setups forming in the very near future here. So I hope you guys are ready, especially those of you guys that are hopping in. It is going to be fun. So, folks, I might be able to get a YouTube video out for you guys today. We'll see. There's not really much going on, but I might do a little TikTok or Instagram something for you guys. So make sure you guys hit that like button on the way out. I'll see you guys in the group. I'll be around. Those of you guys that are in the Discord, if there's any crazy stuff that happens here, obviously I'll let you know. But Starbucks looks interesting, so we'll see if we can get something on that. But yeah, other than that, guys, keep waiting for the good setups. We've got earnings season coming up. That's going to be very fun. Market's just pulling back a little bit. There's nothing. I mean, it's flat today now. Now it's in the green. So yeah, I will see you guys later. Have a great rest of your day.